All right, today's day 2 of Infertility Awareness Week, and I've kind of chosen to speak to fellow infertile women just to be an encouragement to you all and remind you of the goodness that God has planned for you today. And what I'd like to share is during this Flip the Script Infertility Week, today's topic is fertile through infertility. So that might sound really weird. But what I just wanted to remind you is that while we are struggling in this one area of our life, the other areas of our life shouldn't also be struggling. We shouldn't also be dying to everything else because we don't have our baby. What we should be doing is living a life that is pleasing the Lord and looking for fruit to be in our lives. And if we are just kind of on hold, then everything will be barren. Our marriages, our finances, our walk with the Lord, our relationship with our friends, it will all be lacking and barren if we are not trusting in God during infertility. We can be fertile even in infertility in other areas of our life. We shouldn't be putting our lives on hold. Yes, it's so painful and so frustrating and so even angry to not be able to get what we want, to not be able to get that baby, to not be able to get pregnant this month. But you know what? God has a plan, and if we trust Him, if we have faith in Him, and if we are certain that He is the God who creates life, who gives life, who breathes life in, then we can trust that in Him we can grow. We can grow and we can see life everywhere. We don't have to just wait for this one thing. Let's look around. Let's look and see what God has given us. And let's be grateful for what we have. And know that that is evidence that God answers prayers. Our lives, our being here, our breath that we have is because God has given it to us. We don't just have to sit and wait in this infertility season, but we can act, we can trust, we can pursue God more so that our relationship with God is good, our marriage is good, our everything that's kind of been fallen on the wayside, we work on that. We don't just say, okay, I don't have what I want, so I'm just going to be done with life, or I'm just going to give up, or I'm just going to be living in my anger and my bitterness. That's not what we're called to do. We need to make sure that there is fruit in our life and that we are not letting infertility crush everything else that God has given us. I know this is a little bit of a challenging one today, but I hope it's encouraging to you. Please reach out to me if you have questions. I'm really hopeful for you during this season.